Boom. Howdy, everybody. Well, we're waiting for Facebook, but you and YouTube land got us first. You always do. And they're still... Oh, we're live. We're live. God, this new computer's amazing. I got to put a word in for somebody who made the computer.
Apple.
Hey, Gidget. Number 13, everybody. Triskaidekaphobia. Feel the number 13. This is our Mother's Day edition. This is for mothers and others. So, got lots of big news for you.
Let's hear it for the others.
Okay, what's our song? Let's do it. You're going to do it from memory? Oh my God. Wait for typos.
Don't try to cross him, he'll leave you in dismay. And don't try to boss him, he'll ruin your whole day. He's got more mental problems than a shrink could ever say. He's obfuscating, prevaricating, and constantly pontificating. He's aspirating, aggravating, and always defecating. Considerating, exasperating. Oh, is that wrong? And such an asshole.
And always defecating.
I got you to crack up. Look at you.
And she's just talking about my plane. Okay.
I got you, didn't I?
Oh, and honey, you know what I forgot
But wait,
to do?
we want to advise
Oh yeah, you do
everyone.
Please advise them. I hate to
Grumps
walk in
is
your...
a fictional character, and any similarities.
They
to
heard
an
the
actual
song.
person-
They heard the
Okay.
song. Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna let you. I
Okay.
forgot to put my earring on. Again, those of you, they're on back order, but continue to keep ordering. This is the toilet paper
I
earring.
can't make them fast
Actually,
enough.
this is the paper towel. Sorry, earring. We have toilet paper earring, paper earrings, paper towel earrings, toilet paper charms, paper towel charms. For those of you that got them for Mother's Day, I'm sure they arrived in time. I have not heard any complaints yet. And will you anoint me?
Oh, yes. Which? Oh, okay.
You know, sorry, it's the hard ear here. Say something.
This is the old-fashioned kind, girls. You know it. It's the old screwbacks.
Yeah, I didn't.
From the 40s.
I didn't pierce my ears.
No, we're not. You know, Gidget doesn't go for that kind of guy.
But
no,
I am
no
wearing
tats,
a...
no piercing. Yeah, you can wear a wrap, but that's
Okay, I'm wearing a
as far as
wrap.
we
Has
go.
everybody seen my wrap?
Yeah, they. Yeah, I
Look
got
at
some.
that.
Look at mine.
Guess
stuff.
who made that? Gidget made that, and Gidget made that.
Look at this.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
Gidget, would it be too much
Yeah.
for everybody who hasn't noticed yet?
Oh,
This is our new studio.
our environs are different.
Basically, we were kicked out of the old one by somebody. I won't mention her name, but her initials are Gidget. Yes, she has turned the den into a sewing room. And for those of you who saw the Facebook video of this space, you probably realize that Gidget will soon take over this space as well, and we'll probably be
The view
broadcasting
out
from
these windows are
from the
really
storage
epic.
shed.
It's beautiful.
It's really quite nice
It's-
out here. This
it's-
is where
This is a great shed.
this is what
I
we.
want shed. Studio. It's not. It's a studio. This is a
Okay,
great.
I
little-
call it Grandpa's pad when Grandma's mad.
Which is a lot of.
Okay. Anyways,
Wonder
it
why.
wouldn't be too much trouble if Sanatini would be in order. I know
He's
it's a big.
always ordering me.
Well, you know, and I know you got to walk all the way back to the.
I gotta
yeah.
walk all the way
And
back.
bring
to the
bring
house.
Ruby back. Has everybody seen over my shoulder here the picture of Ruby? That painting was done by the talented Gidget as well. Now, speaking of Mother's Day, my mother has passed on, but I think of her often and I love her. And here's a picture of us together. Not too long ago. I kind of look sort of the same. She's the one without the mustache, by the way, folks. Yeah, I miss her. And she actually did pet portraits, and that picked one of our other dog, Dudley, that you saw in the den. She did that one and inspired Gidget to actually paint Ruby. And well, welcome to the show. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Some tributes to mothers. We got some tributes to others. And we've got some chronic and ironic. And I think I'm just going to play a little bit first because I've just been playing all day. So I'll probably mess everything up. See what I said? Slowly for those of you guitar players. I know it sounds better fast. Ooh, I like that. They're talking to us. And I can see them now on this new computer. Oh, the connection's dropping out.
What?
But the video is jittery. You know, folks, we're back to this again. Well, you know, You got good news and bad news.
I'm gonna go check it out on the laptop.
Okay, I got good news and bad. Come back soon. Good news and bad news. The good news is, folks, for those of you who aren't aware, GrumpsTV is on my YouTube channel. We record these because of we live up in a canyon. You see the country out there. There's rats and squirrels and skunks and possums and everything, and they're fighting for the internet with us humans. And so basically what I've taken to doing is using my iPhone to record these episodes, and then I put them up on YouTube later, and you can binge watch there without any of the stops and snarts and snarps and squarps and sarps and larps. So please go there to hear a second version of what it is. I'm sorry, I am not in control of the internet. And if I were, it would probably be in a lot worse shape than it's in right now. Cheers to you. This is the Sanitini, the trademark Sanitini, the one long before other people thought of drinking disinfectant. Grumps was ahead of the game. Gin, hand sanitizer, and a jalapeno stuffed olive. That'll put hair on your hair. Now, we may try to build repeaters and do fiber optics and all sorts of stuff to make you happy. But basically, we're just doing our best here, folks. And I'm glad that you've stuck with us as much as you have. It's exciting news. I just want to let you know about something. We have a German fan club. I just want to show you this because I know you don't believe me. I got an email today, and you can probably even see well, you can't see. It's too. Anyways, it says GrumpsTV German Fan Club. And they sent lovely pictures of themselves. They sent a picture of us when we were over in Germany. And they just, they said that they're going to keep building everything up. It's time to inform you, founded a German Bruce Foreman fan club. And he's the treasurer, and everybody, they want Gidget. Of course, they like Gidget better and Ruby the best, but everybody does. So I just want you to know that having a German fan club is like a new high for Grumps. I don't know how many of y'all got. Oh, you see, this is the problem. I start reading the comments. Now I'm all worried about all of your comments. It's like I'm going to give it to a show, and I'll read them later, okay? Anyways, thanks for sticking with this. We're having a great time. Before Gidge gets back, I guess it's time to do some chronic or ironic because I'm a little on a tear today. Pretty much every day I'm this way, but the new chronic or ironic, and again, I just want to point out to everybody, this is not political. I could get political, but I just don't. Because, you know, I just don't, because people don't give a shit. And I don't do it on Facebook because it's all like screaming into a toilet bowl, which actually is fun to do, and the sound is really good. I did it on my last 3 records, and maybe I'll do it later. Anyways, found a really cool one. We got a new winner of Chronic or Ironic. Thank God it's not somebody who lives in the White House, because I was feeling like I was picking on somebody after a while. And I know how sensitive he is about that. Like, he never gets credit for all the good stuff he does. And, you know, I can understand. Oh, look, Ruby's here. Hey, Ruby,
come in.
Come on, Ruby. Oh, she's black on a dark couch, but you know, folks, if you don't know what she looks like, just look at the painting up above me. Okay. This is our winner of this half week's Chronic or Ironic. And it says, for those of you that can't read it, just House of Representatives guy, the best way to avoid risk of COVID-19 is to not be born in the first place. And there's a picture of this gentleman. Now, definitely Chronic or Ironic, but obviously what we got here is a man who is either one, being snarky, which this happened in an actual a house hearing where there were experts being questioned about stuff. So he was either snarky, that is not a good place to be snarky.
That's not appropriate snarky.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry
location.
for all you people who voted for this guy. You didn't pay him to be snarky. The other thing is it could be funny, an attempt at comedy. But again, not a great place for comedy.
There's nothing funny about
And
this
frankly,
situation.
not a really good joke. So we're getting really low here on the chronic or ironic Darwinian scale. And then the whole idea of to not be born in the first place, is that like, that's so, and this man is a doctor. He's an actual MD doctor. And I did a little bit of research on him and found out that he has 5 lovely children. And I was thinking about the not to be born in the first place thing, and I was wondering, it sounded to me like maybe he was pro-choice, you know, because not to be born in the first place didn't sound like a pro-lifer to me. Anyways, turns out he is actually anti-choice.
Thank you.
And, which, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And he's got 5 kids.
Man's not entitled to that opinion.
Okay, well, and, you know, and Gidge, we're not going down to politics.
I know, I'm just,
I mean, hey.
I sit there, I'm drinking my stuff,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyways, just thinking about it. He has 5 kids. Now, I did the math. I know, and that right there is probably the funniest thing I'm going to say all year.
It's kind of funny.
But you realize
5. Would you big number?
that one out of every 5.8 children are Chinese.
But it's Chinese, yeah.
So my advice to you, don't be born in the first place, dude, is not to have another kid. Because he's got 5 kids already. And if he has 6 kids, you know, the likelihood of that kid being Chinese. You don't even want me to go there. I mean, don't go there.
You know where
I'm just
I
saying,
would go with this
it doesn't
one.
seem like he
So
would
do
be,
a lot of my friends out
he
there.
would be very happy
Cheryl.
about having a Chinese child either. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, but just warning him that maybe it's best to not be born in the first place. Actually, I'm thinking maybe he would be a good person to you know, he might be a walking chronic or ironic advertisement for abortion. Anyways, speaking of abortion, I don't know if you heard, but the rabbis came out with their stand on abortion this week, and it was really kind of surprising. They decided that a fetus isn't a human being until it graduates from medical school.
All right.
So that's an interesting thought I'm pondering.
I want to say a shout out to Rolf. I got your phone message.
To Rolf?
I haven't checked out the guy you said, but I will. We will. I thank you for the call and suggestion.
Oh, okay. And we're asked for where the orchestra is. Dude, I am, and of course Gidget Joe Jones, we are the orchestra. And right now, we figure we'll feature our chanteuse. Oh. Maybe we'll even get Ruby in on a chorus.
Well, you never know. She gets. Oh, it's hard to sing when you're sitting in this low slung couch.
Come closer. You're acting like you hate me.
I'm just okay. Well, poor Ruby's got nowhere to go. What the heck is this song? What is this game called love? This funny thing of love. And who can solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day, and you took my heart. Somebody's not choosing not to sing along. like this symbol. I don't really like it that much myself.
All right.
Oh, my baby.
I hear the applause. Look at that. Everybody's saying how much they loved it. Well,
Really?
no, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. No. Whoa. He is brilliant, mate, but this
He's
show.
brilliant, but she stinks now.
How are you doing? I don't know. Where's the monkey? Oh, God. You two and Ruby, too, of course. Wow. Thank you, everybody. Hey, 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 hey.
Look at this baby. Look at this baby.
Well, we're back to Mother's Day here. And again, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I have a picture of me and my mom.
Oh, Marion. So
I'm a
great.
lucky guy. I had a cool mom.
Yeah, you did.
Sad to say she's gone. Where are you going?
I'm getting my phone.
Oh, okay. Get your phone. Yeah, somebody's liable to call. Anyways, she passed away a few years ago. She had a rough dismount. She had a really great life. Although, you know, we're Jewish, so she... Hey, Ruby, come on up. Come on. She complained a lot, but, you know, mostly about me not calling her enough. And it was a rough dismount, but I got to spend a lot of time with her. And when she left, I wrote a song. Actually, it was a poem that I turned into a song. And I'm going to kind of try and sing it for you now, because it's Mother's Day. And for those of you that have your mothers, make them happy. Call, do whatever you can do. You know, I know in this time of social distancing, we're working it all out, but boy, there's a person who gave a lot for you, you know. Just going through labor is like the Academy Award as far as I'm concerned. Don't let Gidget hear that I said that, though. And of course, the Facebook feed just went south. The Facebook feed went south, but we're going to keep doing it to the YouTube people. I'm sorry, folks. This is just what's happening, and this means you know what.
I do.
So anyways, here we are for you only. This is the song I wrote to my mom. I lit a candle, December, an ember, like winter, turned cold and died. A breeze came and fanned a flicker that ignited a dream complete. How bittersweet the cold from the heat. Try to hold back the sunset, and don't let the tide abide and slip away. Breath fades into a vapor that tapers to a world where tenses meet. How bittersweet the cold from the heat. Stories they spread like fire. Smoke passes, then ashes that lapse into dreams. Songs that flow into a canyon. They echo, then fade and repeat. How bittersweet the cold from the heat. Thank you. I can't tell you how much this Facebook stuff has got me. Once again, it's 13 episodes and we're fighting these motherfucking sticking things, paying all this money for all this stuff. Now, I don't know if it's the internet. It says I got 3 damn bars. I'm going to end it and start it again. What the hell? Because that's all I can do. And back to nothingness, and I've ended the live video, and you fucking Berg. That's what his name should have been.
Berg?
Fuckenberg instead of Zuckenberg.
Oh, you go.
Okay,
Ruby
I know.
Berg.
And now I can't even get out of it. It won't let me end it. Thank you. You know, you're just going to keep me here forever. If you end this live video now, you'll be a player, or I want to save it. End it. Okay, get me out of here. I'm going to crash Facebook. It's the only thing I can do, folks. Okay, your live video's ended. Thank you. Now I'm going to go home and I'm going to start it again. And you people at YouTube get to watch Grumps have a meltdown. Only I can't say the word anymore because Ruby gets upset. And I got a dog that's upset. My mom was cooler with that word than she is.
It's true.
This is like really embarrassing.
say
I'm
a
going
lot of
live
words.
again.
What's that on the right?
Boom.
Oh, boom. Okay.
Okay, and here we are. Oh, here we are. Boom. And maybe we're going live. Okay, for you on YouTube land, you get to watch that stupid thing, but you're the smart ones. Now, I don't know if you know. Welcome back, Facebook people. I had to stop it and start it again. I don't know what's going on.
Call you. Rolf, call me right now on my phone.
Somebody,
You've got the number.
call. Yeah, it would be nice. Anyways, the people in YouTube land, the smart ones who are watching this later, I want you to know, I'm real excited. Well, last I looked, I was at 906 subscribers.
Ooh.
And supposedly when you hit 1,000, something magical happens.
We get...
I don't know what it is, but something really magical happens. And we're back. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, we're back. And I don't know why we even left in the first place.
What would we do without Cheryl? And on so many levels.
On so many levels. Anyways, here's to Cheryl. The fact is somehow it just went dark for no reason.
30 plus years of friendship. Yay.
Please, but the YouTube people who want to care, I want to let you know if you can get other people to subscribe, or if you can subscribe, supposedly this helps us. But every episode in its entirety, except for the first 3, which I didn't figure out, I could record them and then put them up later. Whatever. Anyways, please subscribe, hang out with us so we know.
Oh, it's Miss Cheryl.
Gotta put
Miss Cheryl. Hello, my sweet. Hello. I know your sexy picture comes up when it.
Woo! Put some clothes on, girl.
Yep.
It's coming in and out.
Yeah, I know.
We're back up.
Yeah.
The sound goes away and then the video.
We're going to be moving back to my sewing space.
It appears as though that the internet out here ain't good enough for this show.
Yeah.
See, I'm hearing them again and it's working, kind of. It just keeps stopping.
No, that's...
Live video. Oh, darn it. Okay, what's fun so far? I'm
Thanks.
going to keep watching and see what happens.
Love you.
And check it out on YouTube. What you missed is probably every bit as bad as what you're seeing.
And now I'm just watching you pick up the phone.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Thanks, honey.
Love you.
Bye. What would we do without friends?
Man, I got so mad this morning. Can I tell you what I got mad about?
I think I need to drink that drink. It's really it's going slow. I think you need to drink more.
Okay. Anyways, I got pissed off this morning, and this is what I got pissed off about. Is I was watching a show, and I probably, by the time I get to the end of this, I'm going to say who it was. But this is a famous band, and they're they got like 70 million followers on YouTube, and they make a gazillion dollars, and they're talented. I mean, they make good music that people love. Hey, they're laughing their ass off at me right now. Yeah, how them 2-5 licks doing for you, Foreman? Okay, not so good. Anyways,
5 licks.
Anyways, they did a song, one of their hits, and it was, the title was Live in Isolation, and everybody, of course, was in their house, and it was one of those Jacob Collier style things where everybody's got a quadrant and they're doing their thing. Obviously had a production budget bigger than we got. And
well, that's not saying anything.
anyways, the problem with it was live in isolation. I mean, is this what the world's going to come to? It's like this becomes live music now. Now, actually, we are live because we're just doing it, and you're going to hear all my mistakes, and we're living together, but I don't get to interact with you, and we ain't hanging out together. And all my life, when I said live music, it meant playing live in front of an audience. That's what live music meant. It didn't mean that you were alive when you played it. It didn't mean that the person that was watching it was alive. Those are not.
You're not sure. We've had gigs where we weren't sure whether the audience was alive or not. You had to kind of like, yo.
You know, I mean, and so. Anyways, it just pissed me off, and they started off, and the guy was like, he was like tuning his guitar at the beginning, and so he had one sound going, and you know, it was like a condenser mic and a nice old Epiphone guitar, acoustic guitar, and you know, you could hear him tuning up, and it was like cool, and then as soon as he started playing, the sound was completely different.
That's bullshit, isn't it? Sorry, but it is.
Can you say pantomime? Can you say Milli Vanilli? I think you can. Anyways, and I got no problem with them putting on a good show and making a nice movie for us. Hey, that's great. I watch movies all the time. I even make a couple. I tried to make a couple. I did. You'll see them on my YouTube channel. You see how hard it is to do because, anyways. My point is, the point is, it's not live. It's not we need to retain the word live for when people are actually doing it for people, because otherwise, when this stuff is over and when the world starts to return to something, live music is going to mean what? Oh yeah, we'll go into some restaurant and there'll be a sign out front, live music, and then we'll get to watch everybody on YouTube,
on TV, yeah.
On TV.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, that is like...
No, that's something
if
else.
that's where we're going, I'm going to quit. I'm going to keep doing this because, what the hell, might as well torture you all. And I'm torturing her.
And me in my sewing room.
I'm torturing her. And,
it's so groovy, too. Oh, well. I got my own shed up the hill. I just need to go back
We have other options.
I know. We've got an acre and a half here. I mean, we just need another shed.
That reminds me of the joke, you know. These guys, they buy a bunch of vegetables out in the farm fields for $100.
That's a lot of
and they go into the farmer's market and they sell it for $100. And they're doing this for a couple weeks and they realize it's not working out. They're not doing so good. And the guy says to his partner, he says, man, this isn't working out. I mean, it's not what we thought was going to happen. And the guy says, I know what we need. And the guy says, what? He says, we need a bigger truck.
Yeah, we do. We need a bigger truck.
Right there, you got a bigger truck statement. We need another shed,
what
right?
What if I put a cute little one right there next to yours?
I don't care. All I want is if I'm going to be stuck here, give me fucking internet, please.
You got it in where we were before.
But you kicked me out of there.
Well, obviously you're coming back. Duh.
For my birthday? Because this is a weird numerology thing I want to hip you to. And a lot of you probably don't even care about this. But
it's kind of interesting.
Like everybody don't care about this. This is our 13th show. But our next show, which is the 14th show, will be on the 13th. Wait, there's more. Because actually the 14th, the day after the 13th, is my birthday.
Oh my God.
So the 13th on Mother's Day almost, but the 14th is the day before 13th, and we're the day before Mother's Day, and yet you want to even get deeper on this?
Uh-oh.
I was born almost on Mother's Day. My mother went into labor on Mother's Day.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I was born early in the morning on a Monday, May 14th.
So was I.
And so, of course, we were.
Because we were born exactly 2 weeks
We were
apart.
2 weeks apart.
Almost.
So
What time were you born? Do you know?
I think 5 in the morning, but it was Massachusetts time.
I was 6:24 a.m. San Francisco.
Oh, so we're not exactly 2 weeks apart then. We're like a
30.
week, 6 days, and 20 hours. But
Well, that's pretty close.
and here is a real interesting thing that I want to share with you all, and maybe give you an insight into some of Grump's pathology.
Oh God, I think I need to go fill up
No,
my
I think you
drink.
need to hear this
No,
because this will give you an insight into who you're living with.
We've been married for 20 years.
Mother's Day taught me a really important and harsh lesson. I think I was 4 years old, maybe 5. And I woke up this one morning, it was my birthday. I was so excited. My birthday, you're 4 years old. You don't have a whole lot of them to and the first couple you don't even know happened. When you're finally aware of the idea of a birthday, that's pretty much 4, right? So here it might have been my first birthday that I even was cognizant of the fact, or my second. And I was so excited. And I woke up that morning, and all anybody said the whole day was Happy Mother's Day.
Ooh.
Because that year, my birthday, which it often does, fell on Mother's Day. So it taught me what I think is a very big, good lesson. It hurt at the time, but it was a good lesson. I'm not the center of the world.
Universe.
And, and it was like, oh, wow. I thought this was all about me.
Yeah.
But it's about somebody else. And
Yeah.
what is this about? And it was explained to me. And I think it's made me the empathetic asshole I am. I mean, here I am sitting in front of you playing a bunch of 2-5 licks with a toilet paper
on
earring,
your earring.
drinking a bunch of martinis. I mean, this is some pretty diseased stuff. And I will soon be, that famous number.
Oh, yeah. Da, 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 da,
Who comes?
do, 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 do. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da.
Okay.
We don't
That was
even
it.
need the words because
Okay.
you know them.
Anyways, that's what I'm going for. I figure
Sorry.
if live gigs end, I played a lot of them and had a good time, and I sure hope they'll be back because I miss hanging and playing and all my friends.
That's such a nice shirt.
And I'm wearing a nice shirt.
I love that shirt.
And I'm excited. Gidge,
want
what are we
that
going to do now?
It's your show. I'm gonna go make dinner.
Will you make me another Sanatini?
Yeah.
Give me, that would be good. And
Ruby
I'm
seems
going
to be happier out here than in the house. I think we need to stay out here for her. Get another router. Don't they have router extender thingamajig?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we spent all that money on my penis reduction. I'm going to have to save up some money for the router.
It still isn't enough, though.
Oh, thank you for saying that, honey. I guess we're still live, right? Everybody, is anybody there? Man, playing the guitar has been a savior for me. I don't know about you people. This is what it's about. Hey, Rube. Ruby, how you doing, little girl? Huh? Okay, she didn't want to sing, so I'm going to just play one on my own. I guess I'm in E flat, so that leaves me to only 1,000,000 songs, like every song I know. Time for the bridge, baby. Name this bridge. You know it is.
I know
right?
it is.
What's the song?
I love Ruby's song.
No, you can't stump Gidget on this. Did I stump you?
I'm not good if I've been drinking.
Somebody wanted a bebop lick. Just check this out. Not good enough?
You can do better.
Not that either. I don't do licks. I only do phrases. Shit. Not that either. Damn. Maybe something. Here's a 2-5. That sounded like a lick to me. Did they think they noticed it was just an octave up?
No.
Guitar players don't know the shit like that.
Ruby can't be seen because she's so cute and sweet.
Ruby,
Look, if I move out of the way, you can see her behind.
they can't see it. It's a dark catch.
Oh, she's so completely hidden from you. I mean, by you. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna sing to Ruby. Here.
Here we go.
Once in a while, I don't know the rest of the words. Sing with me. Ruby, sing with me.
Oh, she's trying to get as far away as she can. Oh, this isn't that bad. Isn't that bad?
Ruby, sing.
Oh, isn't that bad?
Once in a while.
Oh.
Ruby. Oh. Man, it's tough around here. You see what Grumps has to deal with?
At least she can be seen now. She's very popular.
So we know what song this is?
Oh, it's not one of the ones I really.
I just said it.
Yeah, I know.
You see, this is it. One won't go in and one won't listen. Maybe I'll solo. This is for Jeff Hamilton.
Okay. Baby, you gave me a kiss.
Stick. Mop.
Oh, we don't like the symbol, do we, Ruby? No.
That's another Jeff move here. Hammer. Check this out. That's another one.
Oh, my baby.
Feels so good when I stop. It doesn't feel good when he stops. How does that work? It feels good when he starts. It feels good when I stop. Hammer. This chorus is for you. We've got the bridge coming.
I want a deep screwdriver.
What?
Hatchet.
Oh, because because of hammer.
Actually, I should probably be shovel because that's pretty much what I do it
Ruby appreciates it. Now, you see, like, all those other guys who got bands in there, and like, you know, like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah.
and Stephen Colbert, they got bands. Now, I have to do my shtick while I'm playing.
He's got a wife and a dog. That's about it. In a shed that doesn't really work.
Big finish. Give it to me. I mean, take it all off. Come on, baby.
No.
We got good ratings. Now, I got a question for you. Can you actually do that
No, I can't.
without the rise?
No.
I mean, you know, if she can't do it without, like, coming to it. It's like, you know, like a real pro in the musician's union would go, right? But Gidge goes, but the shoulders go up too. Do it again.
I can't. I'm gonna pee my pants.
Anyways.
Okay.
Well, we'd like to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. We're really sorry about the internet and Grumps Rancheria. We're going to have to work this out. I don't know. I mean, I'm inclined to try and keep it out here just because I know I want to keep Gidget happy because the pandemic is really being tough on her.
Happy wife, happy life.
Truth is, I've been doing some manual labor around here. You know, that much. And I'm doing my best just to keep it all going. And even Ruby's starting to mutiny on me. She sings with me in the morning, but not on the show. I think it's her agent. It's her agent. Anyways.
Give it another try.
I want to invite you to my birthday party next week.
Birthday.
Wednesday
Ruby,
the
happy
13th.
birthday.
The Wednesday the 13th was going to be a cowbop
Lip
gig.
kissing.
A cowbop gig
Yeah.
at the Baked Potato
Oh, God.
in Los Angeles,
Oh,
but of
we're
course
so sad about
that's been
that.
canceled. So maybe we'll make a baked
And the
potato.
Muckenthaler.
Yeah, we had a
We'll have baked potatoes for your birthday.
we had a tourlet.
Yeah,
So we'll
a
maybe
tiny
make a
little
baked
toilet.
potato for
Yeah.
the
Ruby's mutinying and
yeah,
she's
for the
pretty
gig.
good there
Anyways,
for a while.
visit in and I'll have plenty of chronic and ironic and some friends will call in. Hey Gidge, let's sing the last song,
What is the last one?
which is our theme song.
No, we gotta do something better than that.
No, we sing the theme song.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, it's like Green Acres.
Let's
Which
see if I can remember.
somebody actually said earlier.
Really?
Oh, it was the last video. They said you're like Hooterville 2020.
Oh, what a compliment! Thank
Well,
you,
Hooterville
whoever that
was actually Petticoat Junction, not Green Acres. Good girl.
No, they were in Hooterville.
Were they in Hooterville? And,
Yes,
and
they
Pixley
were.
was Petticoat Junction.
That's correct.
Ah, I stand corrected.
You want green?
Oh, it went dead again.
Okay. Bye.
We're moving back. Sorry, honey. Anyways, you got to see this family argument. You know, the number 13 is always auspicious, but hey, babe, come on.
Ruby. Wait.
Maybe we can do like a chord melody version of my song.
I'm gonna try to do it by good girl. My memory.
Get off my lanai.
That's Grumps. Aloha.
I'll see you, potato.